The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Allen now looks to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bud Dupree, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Here's Smith to return it.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They go play fake. Mahomes.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The Seahawks at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. On 2nd and inches, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown.
Michael Pittman
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win. but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
On 2nd and 10, Allen trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Mahomes' throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw a short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. Now Mahomes.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So they're going for it, and here's Allen.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
Smith catches left side. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll get this one complete there to Pittman. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jamal Williams. Touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Allen. He's got Granson, his tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And the running lanes
was non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
That's Javon Kinlaw busting through it. He sticks him behind the line.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Throwing now is Allen. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room. That one complete down the field to Smith.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Michael Pittman
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Seahawks would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
A final shot before half for Allen. It's caught by Davis. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Fuyasade Anuakin. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal. To the air, Allen. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up the 3.
Another modest gain there on that one. I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multi-dimensional in this one, having their partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Allen now on third and goal. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So now fourth and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
To throw for it on fourth. The quick slant caught. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. This is Smith with a grab. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, first down there on a pickup of 25. Now here's Mahomes. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
What do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And as a running back, you've got to be saying, where did he come from? He covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time, and he was able to stop his man before he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on ESPN. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They try the left side here with Williams. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Starting to look like this drive may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
They'll buy some time right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Elliott. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Allen now on 1st down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Allen off the play fake. Uncorks one for Davis. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now Mahomes. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40.
Parker, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Pass complete to Judy on the out route.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. $35 yards that time on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Allen's throw taken in by Landry.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
What a run there. I mean, you got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Here's Allen. Touchdown 49ers. Travis Kelce from 4 yards out. And the 49ers are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Allen will try to throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talking about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And now here's another interception.